You're listening to the Grand Army of the Republic broadcast, the voice of the Outer Rim. This next one goes out to the mutt jumpers of the 224th, slugging it out on Mimbom.
Well, hello there. This is Luke and Todd from the Scoundrel's Cantina, and welcome to another one of these videos. And in this one, we're actually going to be talking about episode 4 of the Andor series. And I'm just going to start off and say that this one is definitely far superior and far more interesting than the first 3 episodes of the Andor series. What do you think about that, Luke?
Oh yeah, most definitely. For some reason, in this one, there is also a lot of dialogue and no action at all, but it's way more interesting, specifically because of the characters that are interacting and the organizations you're seeing in the Star Wars galaxy, which are already familiar to us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a big plus to it, I'd say. It's simply much more interesting.
It is indeed. We actually get to see Coruscant. Would you say it's for the first time? I wouldn't say actually it's, or is it?
It's not a big deal. They didn't show much of it, you know, but it's really nice to simply see it. I'm guessing we're going to see a lot more of it.
I'm going to go ahead and cut you in there. This is not the first time we see Coruscant in Disney Star Wars. We've actually seen it in the flashback in the Obi-Wan series.
Oh yeah, then we've also seen you mean the Order 66 scenes?
Yes.
We also saw it in Book of Boba, but it was kind of crap, you know.
Yeah.
It's not really Coruscant there. It's an Order 66 scene.
Yeah, but in Obi-Wan, you actually get to see when, Obi-Wan is dueling Anakin.
You're actually right, yeah. The only good scene from the entire series that I consider canon whatsoever.
How did you forget about that?
I actually forgot about it for some reason. But nonetheless, let's get back to Andor. What's interesting here is something is actually happening now, you know. The first 3 episodes are basically like, it should have been 1 episode. You know,
yeah,
like a longer episode. The same thing as they did with the Bad Batch. They gave us a 70-minute episode, which was absolutely amazing regarding the Bad Batch. Can't beat the Clone Wars animation. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's much more interesting. They introduce us to new characters, which are actually memorable, I'd say, especially the Imperials. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And the stories just started to flow, which is nice.
Yeah, it's actually leading up to something. And this is one of the things that bothers me in this new episode is, why didn't we get 3 more episodes now so I can continue the story, if you know what I mean? Like, it finally got interesting, and then I gotta wait another week for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And not to mention the Easter eggs in this episode were like much better than in the first 3 as well. Like for example, at the start you have the Rakatans are mentioned by Luthen, for example, which is always awesome. And not to mention the Star Killer. I mean, it's not really Star Killer, it's a Sith Stalker armor, you know. Some would say it's Tulak Horde's type, you know, that he wore thousands of years before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, George Lucas's movies or something like that. So yeah, the Easter eggs are really great in this one.
Yeah, and there's also a set of Mandalorian armor in front of him, if I'm not mistaken there.
Oh yeah, there was, but it's kind of generic, you know, at this point to me.
You know, I would really wish for it to be like Jango Fett's teacher, maybe, or something like that. You know, maybe some member of the Death Watch or something. You know,
Mandalorian Neo Crusader armor. That's what should have been.
I mean, that would make it a lot more interesting to see than just plain silver armor. Well, in that case, Beskar, but still. And one thing I would also say about this episode is it definitely has better dialogue than what we got in the first 3 episodes. It's definitely a lot more interesting to listen to.
Yeah, because now you understand what is actually going on. In the first 3 episodes, they're like throwing some names you've heard for the first time ever, and you have no idea what Andor is talking about and who he's talking about.
Yeah. One more thing I really want to mention about the Easter eggs is when they mention that more funds are going to Scarif. That is a really cool Rogue One Easter egg. Because they're building the tower to store all that info.
Not even that. I think the tower might already exist. It's not even that. The thing is, they had a lot of projects hidden in the, in the archives of, Scarif regarding a lot of super weapons.
Indeed.
And the cool thing is, some of the super weapons are actually from the expanded universe that they mentioned as Easter eggs in Rogue One. I actually think that our review on this episode is mostly about the Easter eggs and how we as Star Wars fans look at them. Specifically because I've just learned that Ram Koda is officially canon as well, and Kyle Katarn has been officially canon since 2016 because of some card game or whatever. And the thing is, they do that stuff for the fans, but at the same time, it never reaches the heights it did in the expanded universe. So I guess the main reason why they do stuff like that is maybe for fans like me and Todd here, who are, we're really into headcanon and simply molding the headcanon with what they're giving us. So it's like something that binds the galaxy together, I guess, with the EU somehow. Mm-hmm. At least regarding the parts that can fit. Like, let's say, for example, Ram Koda exists.
But you know what I hate about that? I really hate the way that they introduce that into canon,
It's like the most discount version of
Yes. It's like, it's always a discount version. It's always like, you get Kyle Katarn in a card game, and then you get Ram Koda on a wall. It's the stupidest way possible to introduce somebody into canon.
And the thing is, that they're never going to touch on those characters ever, because they really don't care.
Yes.
It's mostly for us to simply appreciate it, I guess. Although, I don't really like the Kenobi series, so I don't care if Ram Koda's name is on the wall, or Corn Horns or whatever.
I know.
But regarding the stuff that I do like for example, Andor so far has been it's getting better, I guess.
It's getting better, but the only thing that's still missing, and I'm not saying this for Andor, I'm saying that about a lot of, I've actually said that in the previous video. Music is missing, man.
Oh yeah, the music.
You still have that freaking ambience. You don't have...
Yeah, it's probably going to stay that way for the rest of the show. That's the way it's going to be.
I guess you're going to get like one theme if there's like an action scene going on. Maybe not, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah. But, regarding the Easter eggs, the way I would look at, for example, the Sith Stalker armor, which really put a smile on my face because it's a really nice Easter egg, I guess, is you can look at it as its ancient Sith armor, and Darth Sidious has plans to use it on someone, aka as he used it in The Force Unleashed. I mean, it's the dark side ending. It's not canon in the EU, but it still exists, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. It's still an in-universe part of the lore, technically. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's a armor that Darth Sidious ends up, using on some of the clones of Galen Merrick.
I would really love a scene for somebody to come into the shop and purchase the armor for the Emperor,
Oh, that would be actually really, really cool. Overall, regarding the episode, I'd say that really nice seeing the Imperial Security Bureau, the ISB. Mm-hmm. We might even see Yularen at some point, which would be awesome.
I would love that, man. I would love that.
Yeah. That, and also regarding the Pre-Mor police guy that lost his job and got discontinued, like all of them did, which is quite funny and ironic because their mission was a complete failure when you look at it.
The thing is, you just knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the thing is, I'm guessing he's going to have a role in the future of the series regarding the rebellion, or either joining some other Imperial,
possibly,
whatever, I'm guessing.
I would also love to see Thrawn, now that you mentioned Yularen.
Yeah, although he's not in with the ISB, but there's always a possibility in a series like this that you can see him somewhere.
Definitely.
Where he's either on a lower position, instead of an admiral, but we'll see. It's quite interesting.
Climbing through the ranks and all that.
Yeah. You know what makes me happy with this series? It's not woke so far, still very good. There's a point to it, there's meaning still, and I'm looking forward to more episodes of it. Thank God it's not woke, and so far, headcanon, baby, definitely.
Yeah, I would say that too, and it was really enjoyable. So yeah, let's go ahead and finish this.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.